Welcome to Phillip Island. It's a beautiful day, regardless of the windswept look. It's a beautiful day, and we're all at Phillip Island, and we're about to go racing. Lots of cars this weekend. There's 30 odd cars here. There's probably another 4 or 5 coming, I've heard. Onwards and upwards. Next year it'll be bigger again. It's a good field, good drivers, good weather so far. There's drivers from all over the world here. It'll be a good race, I'm sure.
How's the lineup of drivers? It's quite terrifying, whether it's, some of your top-rung V8 supercar drivers or some of the world's best GT drivers. Man, this is going to be one hectic race. It's really hard to know which is the best combination, which is the best car. So many new cars coming online. They're just the most meticulous, beautiful bits of artwork. So, the latest aero is stunning. The latest grunt is phenomenal. So it's really hard to know who's going to surprise at the end.
Test day since Barbagallo, and we're pretty pleased with where we're at the moment. That always gives you more confidence when you've actually done some driving in the car and you've tried a few things. I think the BMW M6 will be pretty competitive.
First time in Australia, so I have a lot of things to discover here. First of all, the track. My first time, of course, in Phillip Island. I like the series. I've been doing some research in the last 2 weeks on the Australian GT to know the drivers, and I think there's a lot of good drivers here driving that series, a big level of driver. Also very good cars here, so it's fun to be here for me.
How good are the international drivers, eh? They come to a track and on the third lap, on a track they've never been on, they go under the lap record. They're just great. We're enjoying being part of the series. We've been competitive, long way to go still. Just see how we go, but we're enjoying it, and hopefully we can finish up on the podium at the end of the season.
So excited to be back. The series has really grown since I've been here. Qualifying for us is a lot of unknowns. We don't know how fast we'll be. We don't know if we'll be able to find a clear lap of traffic. It was interesting, back in 2013, a bad quali would have been 6. So now, it could be 26 of 32 cars. So it's pretty serious, and it's very exciting at the same time.
Fun session. Marco was just in front of me, and we came in and put a set of tyres on, and when we left pit lane, we started that last run. Marco was just up the road, so I was trying to chase him, and I knew he was quick. I knew what time Shahin was doing in the McLaren, and to do a 26 around here was really cool.
It was a bit damp when we were out there. We were originally on wet and obviously came in for some slicks, but unfortunately we got balked with traffic, so it'll sort out tomorrow. It should be good.
The guy's done a really nice job with the car. I actually made a mistake on the last lap. I think there's a fair bit more speed left in the car yet, so we'll try for Sunday morning qualifying for the 101.
Great to be back in Australian GT with McLaren to start with, and back in the Sticks car, and it was a really good session. Clark did a great job. He was third in his, and he's really lifted his game, and then for me, just missed it a little bit, but P2, we're stoked. You look up and down the field, Bruno Spengler, and then there's the V8 guys, Garth Tander and that, so pretty awesome to be a part of it, and so happy to be invited back, and looking forward to the races and then the 101 on Sunday.
Great challenge, a great feeling. So nice with the green tires and low fuel in qualifying. Just knew the track today. The layout is really great, and what is around here, like nature and landscape and everything, is really nice. Turn 1 is really big balls one, and last corner is flat out with new tires, so it's really a good feeling. And it's like a roller coaster. The more you do it, the more you want.
This is what GT3 racing around the world is like. As the series gets more popular and we get more and more people involved, the depth gets bigger and bigger, so it's fantastic for the championship.
I'm happy to be in the top 2 rows, and I'm amongst good company. The car's feeling good. Boys from Techno have done a great job with all the superstars rocking up for this round, and being able to rub doors with the best around the world and the best in Australia, pretty stoked. We're looking pretty competitive, so it's definitely going to be a close race.
Qualifying was okay for us. We were 5th in qualifying 1, which is our best result for the season in terms of qualifying. Qualifying 2, we dropped a little time because we ran out of fuel on our flying lap. So we're down at 16th, but our main strategy now is to climb up through the field as much as we can.
We've obviously had all weather conditions. I think we're going to have all weather conditions today. We're probably slightly out of position. I think, as the series has progressed, quali is really a game for the pros. It doesn't equalise until the race really unfolds.
This series is really going places. The cars are amazing. Very surprised at the level of professionalism
that a lot of these teams are showing. And the game plan's to definitely hand over to my driver in a good position. Nagala's a very experienced DTM driver from overseas, so he'll get the job done if I give it to him in the right spot.
2 1-hour races. Dom and I think, has a strong combination when it comes to pit stop times, and we know the car's going to be reliable and consistent throughout the race. So we just have a couple of hours of mistake-free driving, I think, is the key, and there's fantastic opportunities to overtake around this incredible circuit. It's going to be a great race.
The great thing with the rolling starts is, I think, yes, it's all very busy. You've got to think about who's around you and what's coming at you. I think you've also really probably need to understand the grid sheet before you go out to understand the first couple of laps, some excitement.
Definitely was a busy race, starting from 27. Was a lot of passing, which was great fun in motorsport, but give it to the boys. They gave me a great car to go through the field. Pick one by one every time. Come in, hit our pit, put my head down, focus forward, and started hunting down Tony Walls. Got told 10 minutes left, 6 seconds behind him, so just put my head down and kept pushing away. Pulled it off, so it was really good.
Garth had a bit of a handy lead. Yeah, but all the Audis, for some reason, we've obviously got a little bit too much camber perhaps on the rear end, so we've all had failures, probably because the cars are a lot faster than they have been, so it's a shame, but that's motor racing.
Morgan Haber got turned around at turn 2. Like, literally I stopped, had to restart the car and get going again, so we must have been last or close to it, but tell you what, it was absolutely lit. You know, the guys from Matt Stone Racing did a great job. Obviously the pedigree of the cars coming from Craft Bamboo, it just was like, it was easy. I was just hauling ass and I was absolutely loving every minute of it. So obviously with the safety car being 8th in the line, we were able to pick a good time to pull in, and then Dad got in and picked up his times, and here we are from 24th to 9th or something, so not too bad.
It was a solid result. Graham pulled an awesome stint there in that last set and got her up to 4th place, so really happy with that.
It was really enjoyable, to be honest. It's nice when you've got a car underneath you that does mostly what you want it to do. Like, it's not too bad, but it can be tuned up a little bit for the next one.
I'd be happier if I had a new car. But we're just trying to make the best of what we've got, and I think P4 is a pretty good start to the weekend. Life's not too bad when you get to drive a Ferrari for the weekend, I guess, so maybe I should just suck it up.
Most things, I suppose.
Could be driving an Audi or something. I mean, what? No.
It was a good race. Clark did a great job, but then the gap was brought to nothing, and then our pit stop time really killed us. So we went to the back and then raced to the front, which is good. The safety car worked not in our favour in that direction, but good race. The car's awesome. Looking forward to the next one.
Didn't have the outright pace, but over the whole run, I think our car's pretty good. So still need some work, which we're working pretty hard on, trying to get it better. But we'll see what the next one does now, and we've got some work to do.
We stayed out an extra lap to miss the smish-moshing going on here in pit lane, but it sort of cost us in the end, which it was always going to. But we didn't want to double stack with Shahin, so we missed out at the pit stop. But I had some fun coming back through, so I think we popped out 21st and. Don't know where we ended up, but I was passing some cars, so hopefully forward to that, and yeah, I had a ball. Looking forward to the next race. Hopefully the weather can stay with us and stay dry.
thought. I've never done an endurance race before. This was always going to be a bit of a warm-up, so it was just survive. But it was just awesome. I had a great time and a great race. The car was excellent. It's always a team sport. They were fantastic. I had a crack. I gave it absolutely everything I had. I think the limiting factor was probably my concentration, given I don't do it as often, but it was fantastic. Yeah, great times. I'll sleep very well tonight.
It was fun. I mean, EP, our engineer, was just giving me the times and the gaps, and I was just trying as hard as I could, and got to Glenn, and he did a good job, put the car in the right spot, so I snuck past him second last lap, and then couldn't quite get to the leader. But the car was really good. It's obviously disappointing in the first race this morning that we had that puncture, but guys did an awesome job, turned the car around. It was really fast, really consistent, so yeah, cool.
We got a good start. Went from 20th to 12th, I think. Yeah. I had a bit of a slide up at Lukey Heights, but gathered that back and gave the car up to Glenn, and he did a great job.
We just had to push forward as much as we can. We had a pretty short CPS time, so I just had to get out there and literally give my absolute all-time best out lap and keep pushing hard. And to have guys like GT pushing at the end of the race, I mean, that's probably a lifetime dream for me, so I'm happy. I mean, shame we couldn't hold him off, but I'm wrapped.
This whole day has been a really progressive day for us since we qualified 16th. So managed to finish 7th in the first race, so I'm really happy that we could move forward and finish 5th in the second one. We went back a bit in the pit stop, so it was good to kind of do some cool overtaking moves as well. So it was a really good and fun race for us.
Yeah, I think we finished 6th. It was mega out there. There was chaos and carnage, and we just set about trying to do a fast lap time and stick to that. And it was heaps of fun overtaking cars out there. People were paying for keeps. They didn't want to give up their position, so they made it exciting and challenging at the same time. But yeah, great to be back in Australian GT. The Audi is mega around here at Phillip Island.
It's a good first in out there with Grant, and he brought the car home nice and straight for me to keep pushing on. He's a bit kinder to me, leaving me some tyres to overtake some cars later in the race. But overall, it was a very enjoyable race and some good battles with some quick cars. And to be honest, I've never been in a car that fast before, and it nearly took my head off. So it was a really enjoyable experience, and very fortunate to be part of Techno, and they've got me on board to drive the car, because it's a dream come true. It really is.
Second place for the round. It was an awesome result, especially after qualifying. Had to start 27th, so come away race 1 with a win from second last row on the grid was awesome. Boys put together a great car, so I'd like to thank Techno Autosports and DPO. It's great for the championship at the moment, so came second for the round. That jumped me in front of Clark Quinn into first, and look forward to putting my head down the rest of the season and pushing on.